Hi, so my Trick Stuff is doing a teardown of a huge Leica microscope laser thing, over expensive and over complicated. It did remind me I have this thing in my garage for a long time. It is not Leica, it is not over expensive, but I will take it apart anyway. So it is a nightclub laser show thing made by JBsystems in China, and it is more or less working, but I have no use for it at all. And there is a nice big green laser inside, so it will be interesting to see how the green laser is made. The teardown of laser itself will be in another video. Today we will have a look at it, quick test, and then disassembly of the main units. So on this front side we just have a laser output and two status LEDs for power and music. On the side you can see the color of aluminium here has changed. Probably it was mounted on the ceiling near spotlights, and it is UV decoloration. And on the back we have a mains input, microphone with sensibility potentiometer, key switch which is very bad and very sparky when you turn it on, a very dusty fan, the DMX 512 control things with XLR in and out, deep switch and LEDs, and program switch. And it is all. So of course it must be made in China. In fact it is expensive when you buy it, but it is not impressive at all inside, except maybe for the laser assembly. So what it does a pattern of dots. So I will demonstrate it to you. Well, try to at least. Let me grab some white background. This should be enough. And some power cable. Like so. So it can do stuff according to the music or according to preset patterns. And you can remote control it with this DMX thing. So here is what it does, the kind of stuff it does. I will increase the light for you, and you can see it is turning quite fast. The green laser is in good condition, very bright, but the red is quite dim in fact. So it does this, it does this, it does this, maybe according to the music. Not sure. And it does this also. So not very interesting at all. As you can see, well, maybe it is fun on the dance floor, but it is not really my cup of tea. So the way it works, you have two stepper motors inside, and they are moving some kind of optical splitters to make several dots from the one laser. Well, two lasers, one red and one green. And as you can hear, it is very noisy. I got it in a flea market just for the green laser back in the time, but I never took it apart in fact so far. Okay. So maybe you can hear the spark noise when I move the key. Not every time, but sometimes it makes a big spark noise. So it is not good. Okay, so now I will put the camera over it and we will take this thing apart. Okay, so if I remember correctly, we have the Allen screws to remove first for the front and back panels. I guess the front one is the first you have to do, or to undo more exactly. At least it is always good to save Allen screws. The aluminium parts will go to the recycling, to the scrapyard. Yes, they are not terribly high quality. Typically Chinese screws, I would say. Here we are. Okay, so as you can see, we first have two little LEDs in here with flat ribbon cable connecting them. So I guess I can remove this top cover. There is just one screw keeping it in place, and it should come off. It should slide off. Yes. So here is what we have inside. As you can see, we have the this is not original, probably I did put it myself at some point. So we have a laser module, with green laser module with its power supply here. We have here a controller PCB with unplug this controller PCB, and at the bottom the switching power supply. At the back here the DMX assembly controller assembly more exactly, and all the stuff for mains input, fan, volume control, so on. And here is the main optics box. So it looks like this wants to come apart. So this may be worth keeping. Must be another one, yes. So let me first undo these side covers. So I guess it is quite a generic case that they can use for different kinds of device. Made of extruded aluminum, like so. So two parts like this to retrieve at least. Okay, the second one. And after this, the back panel will probably unconnect. There is an eye bolt too for security, for safety, allowing you to put a steel cable in case the bracket to the ceiling fails or it falls on someone. Okay, so we have the ties, of course. We have this back panel with DMX controller. It will unplug. Here are the two XLR plugs. Some coax here. We have an Atmel microcontroller in here. 89552. This is for the fan. This is the green laser power supply. And apart from this, we have in here a loose ground screw. I will just cut it, I guess, for now. We have this is weird because we have another wire going here And going to the rear panel. It is quite annoying with all these zip ties. So first I will undo remaining connectors here. Look, it is weird. They did cut some of the wires out of these connectors. Maybe there are extra wires for other models that they do not need in here. So we have two ribbon cables going to the front are for stepper motors, if I remember correctly. So if I remove this controller PCB, at the bottom we just have one tiny power supply, switching power supply. Here we are. So this must be a stepper motor driver. There is an unpopulated chip here, by the way, socket, and here there is a SN7517 something by Texas Instruments. So this is mostly crap. Now I have to deal with this stuff here. Probably I will do it later, because if not it will be quite boring for you. So at the bottom here we just have a power supply. The green laser module is attached by the bottom side. And here, excuse me, I just shock my head on the camera. We have here, it is fun. It looks like this laser power supply works directly from the main. Yes, from the mains, because it is directly connected to the IEC socket, like here. So we have a little PCB with LEDs. On LED drivers probably, the fan, a little custom aluminum piece here, and it is all for this. So I will take care of it later. For now we have this bottom plate. As you can see, it is attached with just one screw, which is this screw here, the one for the grounding. It is and you have two bolts in here, so sorry enough it is quite a crappy design. Two nuts to undo, and it will prevent you to completely undo this bottom plate. Nice. So I will take care of it off camera and I will be right back. Okay, the bottom plate is off. We have 4 rubber fits and quite a nice aluminum plate. In fact, I make it this. Okay, so now we are left with the main structure of the device. As you can see at the bottom here, lots of inserts for screws, and 4 screws here to accommodate the green laser. So here it seems you can adjust the position of the laser with this long holes, and the two others are just for the power supply. So the last thing I will take apart is the optics box. Okay, we have here a green laser assembly. Do we have any brand? No. Maybe it is at the bottom, under there. Not sure. We have 2 custom parts to attach the power supply the laser itself. And you can see the green laser is you cannot disconnect it from the power supply. It is yes, it is a small switching power supply, so it works directly out of the mains. We have a little fan in it, and no data plate, no manufacturer plate. Really interesting. Just where the model number here. Will it be the same for the green laser module? So there is a fan in here, and there is also a fan in here. So at least they take care of the cooling. But it is probably the cheapest green laser you can get. No model number. There is a security sticker here, which was tampered. It is written in Chinese, and it is written also lion on it. There is another one here. So it looks like this laser was already opened. The backplate here also is quite bent. And the wires are coming loose from the wire clamp here. Interesting. And here no security stickers, but not any data. So it will be another video of this. We will take this apart. Oh, there is a little information here. It is 532 nanometers. And it seems the sticker is the same for a whole range of lasers from the big Chinese factory, probably. Okay, we are left here with this very boring switching power supply for standoffs and our laser box, well, opticals box. 6 screws to undo. Big, very Chinese Phillips screws. So this top plate, just an aluminum piece. And in here, as you can see, we have our 2 stepper motors. We have 2 rubber belts connecting our stepper motors to this assembly here. And we have our red laser with a little mirror here, probably half transparent mirror, because you need also to let the light from the green laser go through this. So I will get rid of some boring zip ties. They must have a discount sale of zip ties really, because lots of them are used. So we have this whole box, quite a lot of screws to undo. So this seems to be steel. So you shape a steel piece to make a box. So I get rid of this as quickly as I can, but some screws will not cooperate as always. One of the screws does not want to come apart. Yes, because the bottom piece is turning at the same time. So I will try to keep it in place while I turn it. Every way this thing is really annoying to take apart. Not nice. this piece is heavy. You have to hold the part at the bottom, and at the same time you do not see anymore where is the screw you want to turn. I guess they are good. Okay. And it is already making a mess. Okay. So we have this very annoying piece made of steel. Now we can see our red laser mount. With a lot of wires going to it. For a red laser, maybe we have a power on control or something like this. There is this quite nice clamp here, at least, holding it in place. On some kind of thermal pad. And again, no data plate, just model number. So this is probably just a red laser diode inside, with maybe a little controller thing. So I will keep it on the side and maybe play with it another day. This red laser is not very powerful, so it is not too dangerous. But the green one, you need to be careful with it. Well, more careful. Okay, now we have our two stepper motors, which are not the part I am interested in. I want to see what we have in here. So I will undo this front piece. So this is aluminium at least. And one loose screw. This one is not tight also. And this one also. Okay. So we have this thing. I can see at least a big ball bearing inside. This is interesting. Let me get rid of some of the screws. Okay, so we will have a look at this beam splitter part that makes several dots from one laser dot. No idea how it works. Seems we have some kind of filter glass here, as you can see, in a big ball bearing. So we have one filter, maybe they are just polarizing filters in fact. Well, we have one filter here, and we have one over here in this second part, and probably when they turn, there are some magics happening. At least I have nice ball bearings to retrieve. They must not be worn out. Well, not sure, because here this one is losing a lot of grease. I'm not sure if I will see anything. Yes, it makes some kind of patterns. In fact, but I do not know if the camera will be able to pick it up. Let me see if I can find some lights maybe, and try to test this. So, sorry, this is the nearest source of light I found. So it looks like, yes, it splits the light in several, and it makes several reflections of the light. And the other one does the same thing, but if you combine both, you end with making dots probably, because this each one will repeat in one direction the light, or something like so. Quite interesting. So probably some YouTube commenter will be able to tell what it is, which kind of filters we have here. Either we have very fine Fresnel lenses or something else. And a lot of grease on this thing. So, but this is interesting. Okay, so what are we left with? I just have here the two steppers motors to remove for reuse. It is nice, quite interesting the way they have an integrated connector in these things. Usually they come with wires, and at least here we have a brand, well, some kind of a brand. It is written P, maybe YIB step motor. There is a model number and lot number, but they seem to be quite cheap anyway, as is this power supply. And looks like this mirror was modified and tampered with, because this is probably not original. Well, we never know, but and the screw is not the regular same model of screws you find on the SOA and the device. Okay, and here we have a very chunky piece of aluminium, at least quite a serious piece. So together with the side pieces, I will have quite a good quantity of aluminium to put to the scrapyard with this thing. Okay, so next video we will have a look, probably destructive teardown of this cheap green laser, because anyway I do not play very much with lasers, and if I play with a laser it will be with proper safety equipment and with an interesting laser, not a piece of crap. So thanks for watching, bye bye.